it's Tony Disclefani, and Dan Jacobson is off today. So I have another assistant today, Jenny. Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. Well, from the looks of things, I guess you guys could see all this. We have a kitchen with us today, so the set is a little bit different, so that's nice. And we have some things here today that we're going to talk about. And Jenny has a love of cooking.
Yes,
Baking,
I do.
cooking, all kinds of things like that. So before we get into our craft today, let's talk a little bit about Jenny. So Jenny, when did you start cooking?
Ever since I was really little.
Really little?
I would watch my mom cook, and I would just be like I would just watch her, and I was just like mesmerized by what she was doing on like the stovetop or anything.
And it looked interesting to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was your mom ever worried that it would be dangerous? Because things are
really-
sharp and hot and all those things, but did you
I
learn
guess
those
when I was
rules quick?
when I was young, yeah, but now it's just like not really.
Now it's pretty good for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like when she goes it's really in the morning when I do it. So then when I have to wait till my mom comes home from like dropping my brother or doing something. So that's really, the oven's really the only thing I think she's worried about.
So how long do you think you've been cooking? 5 years, 7 years?
Probably about 7, yeah.
7 years? And did you start with like baking cookies? You know, like just
Yeah, like baking brownies and cookies with my mom.
beginner stuff? And what's like the most exciting thing that you've made that you're really like proud of?
Well, my French onion soup, I make it homemade and
Homemade soup?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time because you gotta like let it sit on the stove for like hours, but then it ends up really delicious.
Are you known for your patience, or you're known for not having patience?
I do not have patience, but in certain cases, yes, I do.
All right, but in
Not
cooking
most
you
of the
have to
time.
have patience sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the way it
Like
is.
sometimes you just want to
Soup
crank
is like
up the
one of my
heat
favorite
fast.
things. You know, when I was a kid, my mom used to make soup almost every day. Now she still makes soup. She makes soup every Monday. And what she does is she likes to throw a lot of whatever the leftovers are. You know, leftover chicken, and if she made rice one day, she'll throw
Vegetables.
rice in, vegetables, stuff that, you know, was just left over from days before. And she would use that as like the basis for her soup. And then she would dress it up. And it was always good. You know, cooking is imagination. is what-
Exactly.
Yeah. So you just have to not be afraid. You have to be fearless in the kitchen.
Yes.
Fearless in the
Because
kitchen
then, like,
is
when you're
important.
like flipping things and doing all that, like, if you're especially making like chicken cutlets or something, it can splatter, so you have to be very cautious with it too.
Gotta be careful. A lot of dangers in the kitchen.
Exactly. Yes.
You know. So that's really good. I'm glad to hear that. And it's nice that a young person, okay, is beginning to establish their skill at such a young age. Because a lot of times people go through life and, you know, there's a lot of
They don't
work
know
with
what they
school
wanna
and
do.
things like that. Yeah. And they don't have an interest early on. So it's nice. You think you would like a career in cooking in
Yes.
someday?
Actually, I would love to do like instructing at a college.
Okay.
I like teaching.
Like a professor, sure.
Exactly.
A
And
professor of pots and pans or something. Culinary professor, I
Yes.
guess it would be. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's really good. That's
But actually,
good.
today we have sweets.
Today we're going to talk about sweets. Yeah. Now, do you cook in school? Do you have? Years ago we called it home ec. Do they call it home ec?
This year we have home and careers, but I don't have that this year, but I probably will have it in the future. But this year I'm doing a home and careers club, which is like quick little, like the other day we made like cookies, like spider cookies, like pre-made stuff, but then you kind of create it into your own little thing.
Oh, that's good. Are you kind of like light years ahead of them?
Definitely.
Yeah, I thought so. I
Yeah.
thought so. It's 'cause
With
they
the
start
stuff that
out
we're
with the
making
basics.
today, you're going to see I'm kind of
Yeah.
ahead
Yeah.
of that.
That's good. And you have a male teacher or a female teacher in the club?
The club is a female teacher at the second middle school in my town.
Oh, okay. That's
There's
great.
2 middle schools in
Oh,
where I live, so she's
All right.
at the other middle school.
and you get to meet kids who have the same passion that you do about cooking
Yes.
and food, and they
Some
have
of
the
them
same
are
interests.
like they don't know exactly what cooking really is, but they do enjoy doing it.
Some people just cook to eat, and some
Yeah.
people just love to cook,
Yeah,
you know, and that's just
I'm
the
in
way
kind
it
of in
is.
the middle.
And you're kind of in the middle. All right. Let's talk about some of the stuff that we have here today.
Right.
All right.
So
So
today
we have
is
some treats,
Halloween
and Matt, if you
treats.
can just zoom in on what
treats we got
what we
today.
have here, and you give it a good description. Talk nice and loud, and go ahead.
All right, so today we have wizard/witch hat cupcakes with little ghosts. And just to the side, we have some little pumpkins that are just like regular old butter cookies. And on the ghost's eyes are just some black frosting that we bought in a can. Sometimes it could be expensive, but sometimes it could be really cheap. So we just decided to use the can today. And we also have pastry bags that we use for like the tops and the bottoms of the witch hats, and then just some really basic yellow sprinkles to use on the hats.
Okay, so we have stuff that's
Yeah,
done
just, like,
already.
frosting
It's in its finished
Plain
form.
stuff. It's really easy.
Okay, which is good.
Mhm.
And then we have the ingredients and stuff like that.
Yep.
So do you do the shopping, or do you put a list together and send your mom off to the
My
store?
mom, we kind of get the stuff in between. Like, she gets some stuff one week, and then like we kind of just build up our like the pantry for the stuff that we need. Usually we already have it because we have like billions of cake mixes and brownie stuff, and we already have all that. So then it's really easy just to get like little things like ice cream cones and sprinkles. Just like kind of, you already have most of the stuff in your pantry, so then you just kind of get the extra stuff that you need.
Right.
It's
Now,
kinda
I noticed that
good
we
thing
have a
about this.
big red KitchenAid mixer.
Yes.
Why don't you tell me about that? 'Cause I know that's not in the studio when Dan and I are here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got this for my 11th birthday, which was the birthday that just passed. So you could use this for basically anything. This little thing up here you could put like there's
Comes
like
off?
a thing. Yeah, it comes off.
Accessories?
Yeah, this little thing. I don't even know how it comes off. This little thing comes off. I don't know how. But you can make like
Okay.
pasta, and there's a
There it
meat
is.
grinder in here. There's actually a ice cream maker that goes down here,
Oh,
and it
that's
comes
good.
with the paddle attachment, all that. And so yeah, and this little thing kind of lifts up. I have the older version. I honestly like this one better because if you're someone young like me and you have one, it's easier to kind of lift up than to just crank it like the regular
Right.
ones do, than lifting this whole bowl. This could hold like a good pound or two.
Mm-hmm.
This is I think it's a 4.5 quart bowl. So this would be lifting a lot if you were just to like crank it up.
So you get a lot of muscles when you work in the kitchen, too.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. This little thing just kind of
Back up so
screws
we don't
on.
lose the plot.
And the other one in
Now,
the
growing up in my kitchen, we had
little hand mixers.
a hand mixer, right?
Yeah,
it was
they have
probably
actu-
about that big.
And it has the
had
two little things
two
on
little
it.
things on the bottom.
The
You
little
press the
whisk on
button.
it.
And
Yeah,
my
they
mother,
actually have,
she used to let us do it, but
Yeah, it got messy.
yeah, she wasn't too happy.
Yeah, that's
Because,
what
if you
happened when I was
lifted it
younger.
out, it was like all over the
Woo!
wallpaper, and yeah, exactly right. And it was a mess.
But now these are like $500 these days. So actually,
Wow.
they sell KitchenAid mixers in the hand mixer. So it has this, I think it has like half the power of this.
Oh, yeah?
So you're really not losing much if you buy the hand KitchenAid.
Right.
And they come in a range of colors, so you can really get whatever you want with this.
Well, like any profession, if you're a
Or
chef,
you can even use
you have
forks
to have the
and
right
wicks.
tools.
Yeah, you could use forks, whisks. I sometimes use forks because it's easier, and sometimes you could use little like whisks to scrape down the side of the bowl and stuff. So that's really easy. And when you're like melting something on the stove, you want to be very careful. Like we're not going to be using any butter, but when you are making, just a tip is when you're making cookies, you can melt the butter a little bit, and that'll help it. So then when you lift this, it won't be all clogged up in here or
Okay.
in your beater or anything like that.
So you learn these things as you go along.
Yeah. But my mom taught me that trick, so yeah.
All right. Mom's in our audience today somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
She's
All
over
right,
there
let's
listening.
talk about some of the ingredients now.
All right,
so you've
so-
got regular cake mix, and this
Yeah, you
is
could just like whatever you want. You
super
could
moist
really use
white.
brownie mix, put them in cupcake pans. But you are gonna need like cupcake liners. You're gonna need like, of course, the oil spray for the ghosts. We actually have a pan that my aunt gave me for Christmas, and I got another one from my other aunt.
Oh, all right, that's
so
a,
these
that's a
are just like
different
regular
shape pan.
cake pop pans
Oh, yeah.
that we have, and they just regular old pans at you, and then you just take the spray and spray it in, and then it's really easy, and then you just put the cake mix in, then you bake them.
And this gives
It's really
you the
simple.
basic shape of the
Yeah, we
of the
actually
ghost.
have pre-made ones. They're right here. Let me put these away.
Okay.
We have pre-made ones that we could do
Now, let me
today.
help you do something. All right, go ahead.
All right, so we have
You take that
pre-done. Let me just.
We'll move this
All right,
out
we'll
of the
just
way.
tell you
Stuff over
your stuff that you need. So if you want to do the little things on top, like the little things on the bottom, you're gonna need a pastry bag with. This tip is a 32 one.
Oh, they have all different tips?
Yeah, I have a couple different ones in here,
Uh-huh.
but I happen to use this one because I think it looks really. Oh, oopsie. These ones, see, like they have a range of different sizes, like this one.
Can you use any old frosting that you
Yeah, you can even use a
or-
Ziploc bag if you want. Like you
Oh,
can take a
okay.
Ziploc and you
So
cut
this
the corner off and just go.
pastry bag is
It's disposable. You can just throw it out, and I got a big
this is
pack
made
of
just
them.
for pastry. But if
Yeah,
you were
but
in
you could
in
use
a
it really for
pinch, you could
anything.
use like a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, if you're like,
Just
if you
cut
don't
the
want to
corner.
buy them, they're a little bit expensive. If you go to Michael's or something, they're you kind of just, if you want to ever fill it, you kind of just hold your hand around it, kind of go like this, and the tips come in range of sizes. I kind of put my hand in it and then kind of hold it down.
All right. Are we gonna decorate a couple of these
Yes,
things
we are.
today?
Of course you
All
are.
right. Do you want to put icing in it?
Yeah.
you
All
want me
right,
to
so
help
then
you, or do you
to
want me
do
to just, like,
this,
stay
we
out
don't
of
need
your
it
way?
yet. We don't need this yet, so we're not going to do it.
Oh, okay.
But you will need, to make the actual hats, they're actually ice cream cones.
Okay.
So you're going to, of course, need ice cream cones. And I like to hold them with a popsicle stick. You kind of stick it in like that.
Is
then
that
I
the
kind of
trick,
use
so
my
you don't put your
thumb
fingers on
to
everything?
kind of hold it like that, and then you take it, and then you kind of squeeze it on. And then you take
What's the brown stuff? What's that?
This is actually the black icing that I bought in a can. It kind of is weird because it came in a little bit of brownish purple, but it still looks really good, obviously, once
Well,
you
I
put the
think black,
sprinkles on.
I don't think anything's black. I think black is just
Yeah, just like black
all
comes in a
dark
range of
colors
different
mixed
colors.
together, I think.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm not an
And-
artist, but I think that's how it works.
Yeah, kind of just stick it right in.
Just put, and that's so you're not, because you can't hold it.
Yeah, because you kind of can.
Because your fingers, you'll have fingerprints on everything.
Yeah, you kind of can just, if you have long nails like I do, you can kind of hold it slightly with them. So.
All right,
you
so
just
let's make the, what is it? This is the
Right, and
witches,
then
this is witches' hats?
Yeah, slash
Witches'
wizard,
hats.
whatever,
All right, let's
whatever you
make
want to call them.
witches' wizard hats.
Right, and then you're
try
gonna
that
also
now.
need to put them on. You're also gonna need some like styrofoam with some
Okay.
popsicle sticks in them. And those are. And my trick to getting them on the stick is you kind of put your fingers like this in them, kind of expand your fingers,
Oh, I
stick
see
them
what you
in,
mean.
and then you go in.
Okay.
And kind of
Yeah, you gotta be gentle because you can crack the cone.
Yes.
Not that I cracked the cone.
We have plenty of extra.
Okay.
And then you kind of just. I tried icing them like this, but it was so hard to
Uh-huh.
like transfer them because I couldn't get. Because it kept hanging off like that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I would just take, I have like, people call them the mustachulas.
A
So then
mustachula.
you kind of squeeze it on. Get these out of my way first.
All right, let's see one in action. Make one. Let's make
Hey, you want
a.
me to make one?
You want me to make one too?
If you want.
All right,
You
I'll
could-
try.
I don't have an extra knife, so you could use like
We'll
one of
use the
these.
same knife. You make one.
All right. You could use a spatula if you want.
I'll tell you what. We'll make
Doesn't
one
matter.
together. You start it, and then pass it to me. Are we
All right.
using the stick or we're not using the stick? Not yet.
No, I'm
You
just.
keep it on your
this-
fingers.
I'm having it on my fingers right now just because I
Okay.
had it on one.
All right.
So you just kind of,
And then you use this the mustachula.
yeah.
Sounds
Or
Italian almost.
here you go. Or you can call it a offset spatula.
Do I have
but
to-
I like
do I
the spatula
shake this
'cause it's
up?
funnier. No, you actually. Oh dang.
No?
Paper towels. Where did they go?
I got the paper towels. You
All right.
stay right
you
there.
get paper towels.
You get the paper
and I
towel.
will tell
You
them how
use-
you do this.
All right.
So what you need the paper towels for? Like you need to squeeze it, and then it's gonna go. And you're gonna hear that, but you're gonna. I know half the people are gonna be like,
You know,
"What did I do
when-
wrong?"
I don't know if they still make it. I don't know. Matt, do they still make cheese whiz like this? They do. And you're, how many times have you done that in your life? That's a bad thing to do.
I know.
All right, I am going to step off camera for 1 second. And
He's gonna
pick
get
up the
paper towels because
You start working.
Like I said, you're gonna
Okay.
squeeze it on.
All right.
I'll just put yours down for a second. We have paper towels. All right, you got
Okay, I
paper
have
towels.
paper towels. Thank you.
All right, so let me just move these because we do not need these cupcakes right now.
All right, we don't want to burn them on the stove, so let's
Nope.
put them off the stove.
All right, here,
Okay.
you got
And,
one. All right, so you're just gonna take one paper towel,
paper towel.
kind of move this, kind of so you guys can see.
Okay.
All right, so you're just gonna take. All right, all right,
All right. You're going to take a cone.
all right. All right, so you can take
Okay.
one ice cream cone.
One
I'm
ice
gonna.
cream cone.
Right, and then you kind of put a little bit of pressure, so then it starts to come out. And if you have a little bit of stuff like
Okay,
on
I
the
see what you're doing.
outside, and then you could take a
So
little
take
bit.
off the, take it, right, you squirt off the
You
part
take
that might be a
the-
little hard.
Yeah, so you take the little cap off, and then you kind of hold it on the ice cream cone.
Okay, go ahead.
Right, yours is right there, and just.
Mine's here. Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead,
and
you
then,
make yours.
And then you take your
I'm going to get the
your
little...
frosting, And squeeze it on. Just squeeze a whole bunch on. You could put more on if you need it.
Okay, you start yours, and I'll do the same
and then
thing
you
you
just
did.
kind of go like that. And spread it around. It's kind of difficult at first. You're definitely going to get it on your fingers, so make sure you have like paper towels or a sink somewhere.
Okay.
So
All right.
kind of you could add more.
Oh,
if
you know
need.
what? It actually works pretty good.
Yeah.
Is it
It's
sweet?
easier than-
How does it taste? All right, no, I won't.
Take
do
the
it.
stuff that's on
I
the
almost
paper.
did it.
Take the stuff that's on the paper towel. I'm just going to kind of.
Well, that actually looks good. I was wondering how it was going to get on there.
Yeah, you just kind of squeeze it on. It's a lot easier than spooning it on because
Okay.
sometimes it just want to come off the spoon.
And this is actually pretty nice. It's not a dangerous thing either.
Yeah, no, it's not dangerous at all.
And there's
but
no,
it
there's
will
no
be.
blade on that thing. That's smooth on all the sides.
Yeah, no, it's like you could, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just kind of put a little bit of this on. You could even use your fingers if you wanted to get messy to be fun.
That's good. I'm gonna use.
You
the
can use
spoon.
the back
Do you
of the
need the
spoon.
spoon?
Yeah. Actually, I do to fill the bag. So let me.
I'm gonna use the stick.
Here, actually, you could use this. You could use a spatula. You could use this.
I'm gonna use the spatula. Okay.
Right, just kind of.
That's good.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
It works the same way. It's actually a little bit better too.
All right.
So you could make it smoother.
All right. So we're good. This is looking.
Then
this
if you
looking
need this,
pretty
you can
good.
use it when I'm done. And you just want to get as thin as you
But
can.
I know I'm gonna get my fingers on it. But
Yeah, you
the
have to.
stick is
I
good.
already got it on my
I wouldn't
fingers.
have thought of the stick.
Yeah, no. Alright, it's kind of trial and error when I first did this. Oh, excuse me. It was trial and error when I first did this because first I tried to use spatulas, I tried to hold it with my finger, it was a mess.
Did you ever cook anything and it didn't come out too good?
One time I tried, what? Let me think. What did I try to make that didn't really work? Well, with the cookies, with the butter cookies, I have this, what is it called? What is it called, Mom? A cookie pro thing? Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. It's called a cookie double pro. I got it for Christmas from my Aunt Danielle and my Uncle Johnny and them.
Uh-huh.
So they got me it, and then they're called Sprit cookies, but they're really just like plain
Oh,
old
yeah.
butter cookies.
So this thing squirts out the dough? Is that what it does?
No, it actually comes in like a pump sort of way. You
Oh.
screw off the bottom, and it comes in like a range of different like shapes and all that. And then
Okay, I think I'm good.
all right, looks good. I'm just kind of,
Stick it right in there. Oh, okay.
once we put the next one on, it will kind of level
All
out.
right, you want that?
Sure.
You want some more icing? Yeah, I'll give you some more icing.
Just kind of.
Okay. All right, and then we're gonna go next to, I'll tell you what, I'll finish this,
All right.
and you get the next step
All
ready.
right, I'll start
How's
getting
that?
the chocolate ready. Okay, so to make the little things around the edges, you just need like, you're gonna need white frosting. We have just plain old Pillsbury Creamy Supreme classic white frosting.
I'll tell you what, the guys at Pillsbury, they know what they're doing.
Yes,
the
they do.
products are good.
Classic white. But actually, we bought this Hillshire Farm one. It wasn't that good. It tasted like weird. It was like the weirdest thing. Me and
Chuck, is Hillshire Farm one of our sponsors?
Is Hillshire Farm one of our sponsors? All right, good, because they do not make good frosting.
Okay.
It kind of tastes a little
Okay.
weird. All right, so
All right,
to
that's
get
good.
these ready, just kind of go like that.
This thing looks pretty good.
Oh, that definitely
You can
looks
just
good.
do
All
it.
right, so then you're gonna let those set for a couple seconds.
Okay.
And then
'cause they
when you're
harden a little
done,
bit. Okay.
perfect.
That's good.
All right, to make the little, like these things around the edges,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna, like I said before, it's a 32 tip.
Okay.
All right, you can just kind of wipe your hands with
And
paper
that's
towels.
that's a pastry bag, is that what
Yeah,
it's
it's just their Wilton brand. I don't even have the box with me. I would
Okay.
show you though. I don't have the box. And so you're just gonna take the frosting, and if you want to help me, you could spoon some of that.
called? Well, I'll
in
just
there.
open it up for you.
Oh, okay.
I'll hold it.
Yeah, you
All
can
right.
put it on the counter because
Okay.
I kind of need to get my leverage on it.
I'll just clean some of the stuff off.
Take some
I'm
out.
like the assistant today. You're the star today.
Just kind of scoop it
Okay.
out. And put it on. My first time, so yeah, you could take it off your hand, kind of take a big scoop and kind of keep picking it up if you need to.
And when you open up frosting, do you have to put it in the refrigerator?
Yes, it lasts about, I'll say, a couple days in the refrigerator.
Oh, yeah?
When me and my brother, whenever we have like chocolate extra frosting, we just eat it. Like me and my brother, we could like eat it by the spoonful, just go like,
That's good.
and eat it by the spoonful, like the chocolate fudge frosting.
Good.
And I would put like I'll say like, I don't know exactly how much, but just like put how much you
Okay,
think you're
that
gonna
looks
need
good.
in there. And I'm just kind of putting the rest of the tub in here.
Perfect.
All right, and then
All
you're
right,
just gonna
we're-
kind of
We're
hold.
done with this now?
Yeah, you could
All right, so I'm
kind
going to
of.
put that away.
What I do is I hold the coupler
Excellent.
of the thing, and I kind of bring it up. That's what's good about it. You can kind of cuff it down.
Okay.
And I don't have a rubber band, of course. I wasn't even thinking when I came. Kind of hold it and kind of shake it down. All right, and set that aside because we don't need it yet.
Okay.
And you're gonna take one of your cupcakes, and where's that frosting? I actually do need this. You're gonna put a very thin layer of frosting on here, and you could actually grab a cupcake.
I'm going to do this too?
Yep, because
All right,
it's very,
I'm gonna have
very
to mess
easy.
it up. Open this back up.
All right, and just get rid of this to have more room. And I'm just
Get
gonna
rid of that.
take one of
And
these
then all the
guys and
garbage
kind of just
stuff.
gonna.
It-
Ooh, how this gets so
Studio
cool.
audience, is this a great kitchen or what? It's beautiful.
Exactly.
I wish I had this kitchen at home.
I love it. This is amazing.
Chuck, you guys did a good job today with the kitchen. Looks excellent.
You cleaned it up nice. All right, so you're gonna take one of your spatulas, and you could use one. How these get? Did you wash these?
I wiped it off.
Oh, I was like, how the heck did they get
I wiped it
clean?
off. Let me get a cupcake. I wiped it
You're
off.
way ahead of me.
Hey,
All
I'm pretty good in the kitchen. I'm
Here
you
you go.
know.
right, so
I
you're
know
just
my
gonna take.
place. I'm assistant.
All right,
I'm
ready?
sous chef today.
Exactly. All right, so you're gonna take a little bit of frosting, just a tiny bit, just like
Okay.
that much. You're gonna put it on and kind of put. It's so the ice cream cone won't fall over because it is a little bit top heavy because of
Okay,
the
so
cone.
this is like glue.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what frosting is when you're baking like this, just like glue. Kind of. If you have some extra, just kind of wipe it off on the side of the whatever this thing's called, the tub.
Okay. Better than like wiping it off on your sleeve, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do all the time whenever I'm like
Yeah.
icing
I
cupcakes
do that
or
too.
something. The spatula's kind of helpful because it's a little bit bendy. I'm gonna put like that much on. That's perfect.
I put maybe too much.
No,
No?
that's fine.
Okay.
It's actually gonna sit in there, so it's actually better to put a little bit more on. So that's
Okay.
perfect. I just put a little bit on. I don't know.
So now,
why.
how am I gonna get this on there without touching it?
You're gonna put your fingers in it like I showed you before.
Oh, okay. All
All
right.
right, so first,
right,
before
you
you
did
do
say
that,
that,
you're gonna need like a trash can or something. So you're just gonna set those cupcakes aside
trash
with,
can?
yeah, like the one we have here, and or if you guys can sweep it up, and you're gonna take one of these things, and your sprinkles.
Oh, I see what you want. Oh,
then
okay.
you
Yeah,
can-
we'll put it over the trash can.
All right,
We have
hold
a
that.
little trash can here.
All right, you can get your fingers messy a little bit. Kind of take some of this and kind of.
Well,
I
this is
hold it
then
with
you
my
pixie dusted. You kind of like.
with my thumb, with just my nail on my
All right, 'cause you
thumb.
don't want it to move.
So then I kind of just kind of shake it over the top. And kind of gets a little bit of glitter on it, or whatever you want to call these things. Right, don't get it all over the place.
What are these? These are
These
like
are
wizard
like
hats?
sugar sprinkles,
This is gonna be a wizard hat.
or witch
Or a
hat,
witch
whatever
hat.
you want to call
Okay.
it.
All right. So this
Whatever
is.
you want to call it.
this is like
Okay, so then
special
it gets a little bit.
dust.
Yeah,
Okay.
it gives it its magic.
All right.
And then just kind of puts them on. Then you can do the next
This is
one.
magic.
Gives it its magic. Oh, oopsie. All right.
Okay. Looks good. Magic.
Oh.
Put a little magic into the hat.
Okay, I'll fix that. You do that.
And I'll pixie
fi-
dust. Okay.
I'll fix this somehow.
Pixie
Da-da-dee. You like Cinderella?
dust. You're like Buddy the Elf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay. So kind
I'm
of,
good.
that looks great. All right.
Okay.
Kind of stick them
All
in
right.
like
That's
that.
okay. We're gonna use them. We're gonna take them off now anyway.
No, you're not. You're gonna keep them on. So you have to do your.
We're not gonna use them now. Okay.
You're just gonna put them down.
Okay.
All right. So right now. I got it. All right. Do you want to do the commercial now? And then we can melt the chocolate.
Yeah. You know what? We have a couple of more steps to do. So as soon
Kind
as
of prepping.
Yeah, so we're
So
gonna go
what we're
to a
gonna
commercial.
do
We're
is
gonna
we're
pay some
gonna
bills.
melt these
Chuck
chocolates.
and Bonnie are gonna.
All right. So what we're gonna
run
do
some
is we're
commercials.
just gonna.
We got Matt in the booth today.
We're just gonna
So,
kind of
we'll be
melt
back
these
in a
little
few minutes.
chocolates. These
And
are
while
these
they're queuing that
bright
all up, we
orange
can keep going.
chocolates. You
that
can
what
just
we're
melt
melting?
them.
Okay.
Yep. All right. We're
All right,
good.
we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
All right. Bye.
This is coming out really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved doing this when I was doing it that day. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Dudes and Dudettes Village Music Shop has been in business for over 37 years, serving musicians with the best products and service around. Oh, they have private lessons on all instruments and in all styles of music in their new state-of-the-art digital teaching studios, or the excellent sales and service of guitars, drums, school band instruments, amps, PAs, as well as sheet music, books, and accessories. Basically, dudes, everything musical. Right, Big? Yeah. Chill out. Village Music has rentals on all instruments, even PA systems for your parties and barbecues. Oh, cool. Dude's Village Music Shop never has a sale on stuff because every day our prices are lower than all the competition. Stores, internet, whatever, guaranteed. Yeah. So come to Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Phone 1-800-HEY-DUDE. Anyway.
InReview.com.
Oil City Skate Park, Long Island's only indoor skate park. Skateboarding, BMX, inline skating, open 7 days a week. Nearly 150 decks by Baker, Flip, Girl, Chocolate, Real, Plan B, Crimson, Zero, Element, DGK, Bogata, and more. The best in tees, hoodies, wallets, trucks, wheels, bearings, t-shirts, hats, and DVD. New York's largest Santa Cruz dealer. Introducing Jark Skateboards, Europe's best-selling deck. Oil City Skate Park, 3565 Maple Court, Oceanside, New York. Phone 516-442-0706 or go to www.oilcitysk8.com for more info.
InReview.com. Welcome to the future of radio. InReview.
Hey, this is Chuck from the Two Guys and a Chick Show. Check us out Wednesday nights from 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about stupid news, email bag, and all-around BS. Two Guys and a Chick Show, only on InReview.com, broadcasting to the world.
What are you waiting for? Everyone else is advertising on the internet. Shouldn't you? Tired of small returns on phone books, newspapers, radio ads, TV ads, coupon books, direct mail? Everyone is on the internet every day. Advertise on the internet for as low as $100 a month. Over 250,000 impressions per month on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, InReview.com, and more. Go to the Advertise With Us page on Ravio.com and get started today.
So I just want
We'll
to
talk about it. Hi, welcome back. And thanks for doing our commercial and putting up
so we
with
can kind
us
of make
paying
our
our
little
bills.
chocolates melted.
So Jenny and I, we are up to, let's just give us a
Okay,
review of what we're up to.
So we have our cupcakes all frosted from before. Oops. And then it's kind of, these kind of go from like, they stay like this until you kind of want to move them around any way you
Now,
want.
this is a chocolate. This is chocolate.
white
Is it,
chocolate that has been dyed bright orange.
is it
And I'll
flavored orange?
I'm not, I think it kind of in the beginning when you
Can I
first.
eat it?
Yeah, go ahead. They're edible. It's chocolate. And then when you first bite into it.
Just chocolate.
Yeah, I know. It's first chocolate.
Or it's orange?
Yeah, it's just dyed orange. They have like weird dyes that they use in these. Just they kind of come in like little thingies. You can make them into any shape you really want. And today they're gonna be used for the ghost's eyes if you want to use the orange,
Okay.
or you could just use black from the can of frosting we had before, and just to kind of go around the
Right.
ghost hats.
Okay. All right. So now
Wizard
we have melted chocolate in here.
Yeah, this is gonna stay melted for at least like 5 minutes.
All right.
And that's when it's gonna stay until it's gonna get cool. So we're just gonna.
All right. So
I'll just kind of put it
let's
over
do
here.
the part. You can leave it here.
All right. So
Let's
I'm
do
just
the
gonna
part
take
where
one of our cupcakes.
We're gonna get to the chocolate, so this way it stays melted for us.
It's gonna stay melted. It stays
Okay.
firm. When I first tried this.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna take our wizard hats. Here is a wizard hat for you. Ooh, get off of there.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm ready.
And you're gonna
Put your fingers in there.
I did hold it with my fingers a little bit, like this.
Okay.
I did squash it. We had more time with it cooling. So then you kind
Well,
of,
it's not bad now. It actually got a little.
yeah, it got a
And you
little.
can get it on there. Oh man, my fingers are bigger. Oh, I can hear the thing cracking.
All right,
I think I got it.
that's good.
Oh,
You
that
press.
was- Holy cow! I
All
just
right.
got lucky.
Let's get
It's
some.
like the ring toss, you know? I
All
got
right,
it
here's
on
a paper
bottle.
towel. Paper towel. I'll give myself one. Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, now what do we do?
All right. So now we're gonna take our little pastry bag. I'll kind of demonstrate what we're gonna do. Kind of scoot this over a little bit.
So this is one
All
thing
right.
you guys could try at home.
Yes, you can try this,
Okay.
or you could just take like a Ziploc bag and cut the corner off and kind of just go around it like that.
Right.
All right, you could
What's
use.
nice about it is
and we have-
everything smells good, and you could eat stuff like while you're doing it.
You could eat it while you're doing it,
Probably not
and
good.
you could use any type of dye. 'Cause it could be for any holiday. It could be for a birthday party. We could make the hats different colors. So I have like green, pink, blue, orange, all this different type of
Wow.
stuff.
Okay.
And I got these
And
for.
you buy white icing, and then you just make it
Yeah,
any
you
color
can just
you want.
do whatever. And actually now Pillsbury actually has pre-made stuff, but it is a little bit more expensive. So dyeing it your own is really the best option. So what I do is I kind of get down with it, and I kind of just squeeze. I squeeze the top. I kind of round. Here. If you get a little black, just kind of go like that.
Okay.
And then I kind of like to just kind of anchor it and kind of stop squeezing and pull away, just like that. Then it kind of creates like a little, I guess you could say, flower.
Okay.
And I like to do it with both hands. I kind of like to get down a little bit and just kind of squeeze, stop squeezing, and pull. Squeeze, stop squeezing, and pull.
So you leave space between it because you're going to put the
Boom.
chocolate?
Well, it kind of just ends
Or-
up that way, the way you're squeezing it, and
Okay.
the way
yeah,
the
they
tip
connect
is.
when you squeeze down on them. Yeah, I see what you're doing. And that is the trim of the witch's
It's
hat.
this part of the witch
Okay.
hat, kind of that part of
That's
it.
good. That looks
And they
good.
can kind of fall off, but as creepier it is, the kind of better it is. It doesn't really have to look perfect because it's a witch hat, and witches are old hags, sort of. And actually, I'm a witch for
Don't
Halloween.
say that to Glenda. She's the good witch.
These are black, so.
So this could be
Santa even, Santa
Santa
hats.
hat?
They can be red because that's what they kind of look
you
like.
could do it for Columbus Day, and you can make it a Columbus Day hat.
Like kind
I'm
of,
not
you can
sure
kind of
what
make
color I want.
stripes. You can make stripes. You can kind of take like, where's my little thing? I have
Alright.
this very, very small one that's made for writing, but you can
Uh-huh.
kind of make it, like you could have red and then you can make a white stripe, but then have the rest of it blue, or have however
Okay.
you want to do it.
So you really
And
can
you never
use
want to
your
hold it like this, because
imagination.
then it can kind of, you can't control it. You want to have it like this. Then
You
you
want to have it like that.
you want to hold it like it's like this, sort of. You don't want to
Okay.
hold it underneath it, because then you can't control it. So you kind of want to just go down, squeeze it, and kind of pull away, and it kind of creates almost a Santa hat almost look.
When did you first realize that you were like good at cooking and decorating?
I mean, it just kind of came to me. I don't
Just
know.
out of the blue.
A lot of YouTube videos.
You might
I'm
have
a
just been
dick.
born with it.
I have a really big passion for it, so I think it comes to me because I enjoy it, so I focus on it more than I do my schoolwork.
Well, I'll tell you it's about the Dear Dad show. You guys that watch it all the time, you know that we talk about families, we talk about our children, we talk about a lot of things to do with life in general. And this is just a wonderful thing to do
With your family, you can teach
your
your-
son or your daughter, and you spend some time in
And
the
it's
kitchen.
kind of how it looks.
You get to know them a little
You
bit.
can make them tilted. You can make them however you
I'm
want.
getting to know Jenny. All right, Jenny,
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Like that and like that, or like
Your hands are a little bit big, so
Yeah.
you kind of want to hold it. Yep, perfect.
back here.
Yeah.
Do I squeeze with this hand or I squeeze with the top hand?
It kind of depends how.
All right, let
it
me-
kind of just.
I'm going to go
It
real
just
quick. Let's
happens.
see.
Don't go too fast. Perfect. Now stop. Pull away. Perfect.
Pull it away.
Pull away. You don't want to make them too big. Make them a little bit. Perfect. Pull away.
A little small.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did. You see yours
I made them
pull
a little
out and they're pointy and it makes them look scarier.
bit. No, just kind of make them a little bit smaller. There you go.
That's
but kind
it?
of make it more
Go ahead. You show.
downward.
Go ahead.
You want to make it more downward.
All right. Perfection. Jenny, perfection.
You don't want to pull away too quickly because then they kind of fall over the points. I kind of like to get down with it almost. This is what I did at my house when I first, to make those ones that we displayed for you.
If you can't tell, I'm more of a lasagna guy. This is good. So we're gonna make. Do we use the same bag when we make the
Touch it.
ghost?
You don't have to, but if you have stuff in the bag from before, then yeah, you can.
Hey, that's excellent. All right. Now we get to chocolate. Let's use it. No.
All right.
What do we do now?
First, if you want, you can put little ones on the top, but I
Alright,
think they
yeah.
look like Santa hats. But if you want to, you can.
I'm
Do you want?
gonna make mine a wizard hat. I wanna.
Ready? Now pull away. Perfect.
Okay.
Kind of blow on it a little bit to the opposite side, just falling over. Then it will kind of dry and set a little bit. The frosting on the outside will set.
Oh.
You ready?
Go ahead. You try that. Yeah. Push it over with your finger.
Wait. Here we go.
It's all about perfection here at Jenny's Kitchen.
I'm a perfectionist myself.
All right. Finish that up
All right,
and let's go
I think
to
I'm just
the
gonna
chocolate.
keep it the way it is because I think it looks adorable that way.
I think it looks good.
All right, so then you're gonna take your
Chocolate.
bag of melted chocolate and it's still
Is it
yeah, it's
squishy?
still
Oh, it's
melting.
still squishy.
All right.
And this is the same kind of bag, but it has no tip on it right
Yeah,
now.
nope, just cut the
All right,
corner
that's
off.
good. Yeah, so
You
this
don't
way
need
it
to use
doesn't
tip.
clog up.
There's actually a way to make your own tip. You kind of fold. Here, wait. Oh, you take one. Like even if you have a Ziploc baggie or something, you actually have a Ziploc bag in here.
Okay.
All right. So what you do
She's
is, of
prepared.
course, it's full of frosting. And you just take a pair of scissors, and you fold it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of fold it
Right.
like that, so it kind of looks like that. It's very hard to see. And you can kind of, sorry, my hands are dirty. And then you're just gonna cut straight,
Okay, I see what you're doing.
and then you're gonna open it again, and cut it, kind of open it this way, and cut it.
So
the
when you
same
do
way.
that-
and it kind of makes more of a star tip.
Yeah.
It kind of ends up like a star. I
get it.
have one of these tips, so I don't need to make this usually.
Right.
I've seen this
But
plenty
this
of
is good. See, if you're out camping and all you have is and
and you want to make some
And you wanna-
cupcakes, and then you just fill it
I
with
guess if you're out
frosting.
camping, you have to have an
pre-done.
oven, cake mix, icing, and a Ziploc bag. and you can do
Exactly.
this. Okay.
So it kind of when you start squeezing it out, you kind of have to squeeze it a couple times to see what angle you want it at. But then you would just fill it with frosting, kind of fill it, and then it'll start to come out like a star.
Oh,
See if
yeah.
I put my finger through it, you kind of see
That's
it.
perfect.
Kind of see it.
This is like cooking on a budget. I mean, you should have your own show.
Was my mother's here.
Our
and
studio audience is having a good time with us.
All right,
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, so
Let's
then
chocolate.
A good
Let's
thing
see.
to do is to take and also you could fill cupcake liners with a Ziploc bag. So then what would you do is you would take a clean, what's this thing called? Spatula?
Spatula.
My knees are shaking.
We're gonna make it clean here in Chuck's kitchen.
All right. All right. And just take it and you kind of go like that, and it kind of just sucks, kind of
Oh, I
pushes
see
all the
what you're doing.
chocolate.
Oh,
Pushes all the chocolate. And obviously
that's
you
a good
do.
idea. I hope
and I-
Marina's watching this.
Then you kind of squeeze it all down in there. Ooh, it's coming out. All right, and then you're gonna be very careful because this is the difficult part.
Marina does a lot of baking, but when
Who's
she
that,
has
your
to
wife?
when she has to do this with the chocolate, there's a lot of unedible words coming out of that kitchen. So this is a good lesson for Marina. Okay.
And I love to go down on my knees or get eye level with it, and you just want to squeeze it a little bit before you put it on.
And this adds to the decoration. Ah,
Put it on, boop, and kind of just do it in random places.
very good.
Pull away, and you don't want it to be too runny. You kind of want it to be a little bit.
Right, so it can't be super liquidy. So it's a good thing we let it sit for a few minutes.
Yeah, it's still a little bit runny, but the
That's good.
creepier the better. You can even put it on a hat if you wanted to.
So now, what are you going to do for Halloween? Do you get dressed up?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
you-
actually being a witch this year.
You are going to be a witch.
Yep.
All right. Now, do you go around the neighborhood and trick or treat,
Yeah,
or
I might
do
go
you,
with my friends.
you just go to friends' parties?
My friends don't really have parties, actually.
Okay.
A lot of people think like everyone, like the kids go crazy on Halloween, and but we
I
don't.
thought I
really.
heard Mom said she was having a party for all your friends at the house.
I definitely. Oh! I
That's
made
okay.
a gigantic blob, but it looks really good.
That's okay.
Alrighty.
Mom, you having a big party for her this Halloween? Sure, your house. Oh, it's just been moved to my house, everyone. Okay.
Where do you live again? Alright, and if it starts to harden up, what you do is you kind of just squeeze that little part off.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of gets hard a little bit at the tip. 'cause
And you
it's
could
so
always
small.
melt it or eat it
Yeah.
later. Okay.
Like, ooh, get these scissors out the way. All right, so you don't need your scissors anymore.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you kind of just, dang it! The creepier the better.
These are great. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go around here. I'm going to
You could actually put a glob on your
pull
thing
back on the...
and
you
take
keep going if you want.
one stick and kind of dip it in.
Oh, I see what you're
And
doing.
then you can kind of plop it on, actually. I should have done this at my house. It's a lot easier.
We're going to add the...
The
can we add-
ghost.
No, you know what? I don't think I could add it on there. I was going
What?
to add it on there. We're
Oh,
going
no, it's not
we're
gonna
going to put
fit.
it back. I'm going to put back this right up here. With this.
Yeah, just kind of put it behind. Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. Add it to the mix.
Okay.
Alrighty. You just kind
All
of
right.
put it on there like that. Then you just kind of dot it around.
All right. You want to move on to a ghost? Let's try a ghost.
Alright.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
This
That's all you
one's
do, really.
just about done. And let's show a ghost. You have
Yes, I do.
You have
I
a small
have
ghost
two
over
little
there.
ghosts that kind of have
Okay.
fat bottoms, and they got a little bit stale. You kind of want them
and this
to get hard on the
and this
outside.
came out of the round pan that you got from your
Yes.
aunt. Okay.
This is that round cake pop pan. What you're supposed to do is take them out of the oven and put a popsicle stick in them. So you're supposed to go take them out of the oven, have them like that. But
like
they
that.
look adorable
Yeah,
with
but this is a ghost, so the
Yeah.
ghost sits down on the ground.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's
So you
perfect.
really just want to take a big blob of frosting.
So you really get a lot of
Take a-
you can
just kinda
get a lot of use out of
squeeze some on.
the
Then you
pans.
just take your
okay. I
spatula.
see what you got there. Okay. I
Doesn't
got
matter how you put it on, just kind of. These get a little bit harder on the outside because you kind of want to let them sit out for like maybe a day or so. I had them in a container, but I had the cover opened.
You let the ghost sit out for a day?
Mhm.
Because you want the cake to dry out a little bit. Otherwise,
Only
it's,
on the outside. You
only-
don't want the whole thing to be dry.
otherwit's too moist, and then
Yeah,
it
and
starts
it
to
like
come
fall
off into your
apart
icing.
and all that. But a lot of people put them in
Oh,
the
that's another trick,
fridge.
Marina. I hope you're listening.
Oh, you'll
That's
tell
another
when you
trick
get
because
home.
I've seen those. I've seen her throw those cakes away sometimes when she's icing it, and then some of the chocolate gets into the vanilla.
Actually, I learned from my very good friend Miss Bonnie, is my mom's is one of my good friends. She puts her cakes in the freezer before she uses them. She makes these extravagant cakes.
Oh, yeah?
I went to her house and she taught me how to make hydrangeas.
Isn't that a plant?
They turn out of fondant / gum paste. Fondant doesn't really taste the best, so you could
You want
add.
more?
Yeah, a little bit. Just squeeze a little bit on there. It doesn't matter how you squeeze it on now. Just squeeze it. You can put that down now.
Okay.
I saw that.
I wasn't gonna do anything. I was just helping you in the kitchen.
I just imagine you having frosting on your nose.
This is pretty good.
It's kind of there. You're done. Just gonna put it on randomly.
All right. So while you're doing this, what's your witch's costume like?
It's just like a plain old. I mean, I don't like going super extravagant.
Yeah, I guess you could do that too.
I don't like to go too big with their costumes, so most of the time, what we see is what we see. This year, I wanted to be a daredevil, but they didn't have the costumes, so I just went
A
with
daredevil
witch.
like Evil Knievel?
I have no idea. Mom, is that what you would call it, Evil Knievel?
Evil Knievel. Is he still alive?
Yeah, it was like a little chic devil.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like a daredevil, like that, does
Dun,
stunts
dun, dun.
and jumps over.
Like in Cars?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, okay, all right.
I'm not a Cars person.
Okay.
All right, and then you could do one, just
I
kind of.
have to admit, I'm a little out of touch with the now scene. What's that? Yeah. I'm a little out of touch.
All right, now just take your thing and do what I did. Just kind of spread it all around,
Okay.
make it look weird if you want to. Then I'll just grab one more paper towel.
But the Dear Dad show it's about the generation gap too.
And then you just kind of want to take one paper towel and take your frosting. Oops. Take your frosting.
It's just hard. It's just hard when you realize you're now on the other side of the gap.
I wonder what your producers over there would think if they were on this side of the camera. Oopsie. All right, so you're going to
Okay,
take...
this is looking pretty good.
All right, you forgot the back.
Well, this is more like a ghost costume.
All
You know,
right,
like the
make it a
back's open.
person.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, maybe not.
And then you can kind of
I
get
need-
eye level with
Maybe I
it.
need more.
No,
I'm
you have
going to go with what I have.
Oopsie.
Go with what I have.
Oop, and it, see,
You guys got to try this at home. You need to bake some. I guess if you didn't have the special pan, you could still do it.
Exactly. And with these cans, it kind of
All right.
squirts out on you.
I'm ready. So now you're making eyes.
Yeah, just kind of
You need to take, okay.
squeeze a tiny
know-
bit on. Kind of let it dry for a couple seconds. I let these sit out overnight, and then I kind of push the frosting on them. Make your eyes look kind of weird looking.
You know, if you probably can make this out of Dunkin' Munchkin donut. Oh my God, that's Dunkin' Munchkins, and then you can cover your Dunkin' Munchkins, right, with icing, and then you can do so. You don't even have to bake the
I know, you don't even have to.
cake. You can, you know what I'm saying? If you're not a baker, maybe you could do that.
Exactly. You could just buy
Or
like plain ones.
You could scrunch it together. Maybe you could scrunch like sticky granola, and then you can use Cheese Whiz and white cheddar cheese. I would do that. And if you can actually make it an hors d'oeuvre, and it doesn't have to be a dessert. Well,
Actually, I saw these penguin olives. She kind of like, she
What's
called it
that?
the chest cavity, like the part where it's white. She made them wear little tuxedos.
olives?
Yeah, olives and carrots. Olives, carrots, and cream cheese.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And she took, like, she made carrot pennies, and she kind of took.
We're gonna put this down. I'm gonna put this down. Go ahead, finish telling me the story about the olives and the carrots.
All right. So, get a paper towel first. Kind of what you do is you kind of make carrot pennies, is what she called them.
Okay, so she
She says
sliced
her mom
the
used to call-
carrots like that.
Yeah, she kind of made them like little pennies, and then she cut a triangle, and it made the feet and the little beak.
Right. Out of carrots.
Yep.
And how did she
then
get it to stick on the olive?
she,
Cheese Whiz. The answer to everything today, Matt, is Cheese Whiz. We just wanted you to know.
All right. So what she basically did,
How did she get it to stick to the olives?
I don't know. I can't remember. What did she do to it? Wish I had internet. Otherwise, I would look it up for you. Look that up. Nerdy Nummies, obvious cheese, awkward olives.
Well, you know,
Well,
we're
the girl I
getting,
got
we're
it
getting to
from,
the end
she's
of
a-
our show.
All right. So
All right, so let's just
we
go
can
over
pretty
what
much
we
did
did today real
so
quick.
today
We'll
we
summarize.
we made,
Okay.
and these cookies here were just like the
And
chocolate.
Matt, you're going to give it a little zoom in on what we're talking about, right?
The
Okay.
cookies today we made were just plain butter cookies with the chocolate on them. So
Okay,
just kind
so
of
these
squeeze them on.
you can
and put-
hold you can hold them down. Can you reach that far? Hold them down. Can you see it? So we go like this.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put them on display for the camera. Okay, how's that? Nice. Okay. So what is this? This is a butter cookie
Yep.
with orange icing
Yep.
and sprinklies.
Mhm.
And sprinkles. Are these? No,
These are
aren't-
those
These aren't Jimmy's, right? Jimmy's is a real I didn't know that. Marina
These
sent me to
are-
the store one day. She says, "Get me Jimmy's." I didn't know what the heck she was talking
These
about.
are cake mate decorators.
Cake
Yellow
mate decorators.
crystals.
Okay.
So they're really sprinkles.
And then
they're
we
yellow
have
sprinkles.
the ghost that we made.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do that. I'm gonna just move my hand away from the
Stove.
stove. Okay. And then we made these little ghosts,
Yeah.
which really look
Like,
good.
really, you could use cake. You could even make cake pops, but without the stick.
Mhm.
You take like frosting and
Yeah.
you mix it with baked cake. You could be like you could have cake that was extra from
You take a
something,
cake.
and you could freeze it and then later thaw it out and use it. Cake lasts for a long time in the freezer. It could last up to like
You
a
know what?
month to 2
My mother knows that for sure, and anybody who's been watching the show, I always talk about my mother. She keeps cake in the freezer for like 14 years, but it's still good.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? She's a senior, of course, and she has other seniors, so their taste buds aren't all that good anyway, so they don't even know. But anyway, so and then we have witches' hats or
Yep.
what were we call them? Warlock hats? No, we call them
Wizard slash
wizard
wizard hats.
Wizard slash witches hats. Okay, so that's what we have today.
Mhm.
Let me just ask you a couple of things. If you have a bunch of people that may be watching tonight,
Mm-hmm.
okay, just what do you want to tell them about
Well,
the fact
really?
that you like cooking?
Well, what's really important to me is getting the final product out. I mean, to me, it makes me feel good that when I make something, it's like, I made this, even though I got it from a book, I still made it myself.
Right.
And I created something that, even though it's 1, 2, 3, it's really interesting and cool. It's like, if you create something, you should be proud of it.
Right. And you think this is something that you may want to do in the future, maybe make a career out
Definitely,
of it?
yes.
That's really good. So what I'd like to say to everybody is if your son or your daughter has a passion, nurture the passion. Their passion.
Even if they don't, just get them into it. I mean, it's a
Get 'em
great.
interested in something.
Even if they're young, it's a great way to have like there should be like what I do with my mom and when my dad's at work, we bake every Saturday. So that could be something special you have with like your son or your daughter or someone in your family.
All right, you heard it here. I want to thank everybody today for joining the Dear Dad show, and I think Dan's going to be back next week, and so we'll have our regular program. Jenny, I want to thank you for being
You're
here.
welcome.
Thank you very much, and it took a lot of time to put everything together, and I thank you for spending all that time and doing it before the show, and
You're welcome.
and Chuck and Bonnie and Matt for producing the show today, Nick for helping out today, and this lovely kitchen that you guys put together in almost no time. It's wild. Thanks again, and this is Tony from the Dear Dad show and Jenny, and we're saying good night tonight. Good night. See you next week.